When it comes to being a public figure, image is everything. Over time, we witness how different looks and body types have become popularized in the media, while others are shunned. But lately, it feels like social media has been hyper focused on whose body is changing and why do they look like that again? Whether they're clocking pregnancies and drastic weight loss with women, or being concerned with the health of men being overweight, listen, I want to talk about it. But first, welcome to the channel. Hey, hi, what's in with it? I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. Big Pun, Fat Joe, Heavy D, the Notorious B.I.G. My, how the times have changed. When we look at some rappers from way back when up until the present day, it's interesting to see how we've changed our views on their looks. Back in the day, when it came to men, it always felt like bigger was better, a representation of this big boss status, eating good, feeling good, living better. And with women, you could be thicker and you could have still been fly. But when it came to sex appeal, baby, thin was in. There's clearly been a shift though, and nowadays some of the artists we're used to seeing bigger have actually transitioned into slimmer, healthier versions of themselves. From Rick Ross going from the biggest boss to eating pears and getting all slim Teflon Don on us, to Fat Joe transitioning to Slim Joe, thanks to a healthier lifestyle and the help of Ozempic. He even dressed as an Ozempic needle for Halloween. Fitting since he actually is diabetic. But listen, I'm always happy to see rap artists showcase to the community that ain't nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, especially in a genre and career path that boasts about a lifestyle filled with smoking out your lungs, popping candies, and sipping super sweet cough syrup with soda. Because sometimes you just need to kick the cup. And when it comes to an artist like Dave Blunt's, that seems to be easier said than done. As a rising underground rap artist, Dave has been taking the internet by storm for a multitude of reasons. His raps reflecting heartbreak with an emo vibe and a little bit of humor tucked in was enough to get him a Lil Yachty cosign, but his appearance, usually with a lean cup in hand, is what really seems to be luring people in. Maybe you remember Dave from his On the Radar freestyle, when he hit his inhaler before going crazy, or his viral video performing at Juice WRLD Day while sitting on the couch hooked up to oxygen. Either way, I'm sure you've seen a comment or two praying for Dave or even downright making fun of him, like Snoop Dogg recently did. After coming across a video of Dave performing, Snoop Dogg commented that Dave needs to put down the chicken wings and tater chips because his chair is going to break, something that the internet attacked Snoop for, saying he was being insensitive and rude for calling out Dave in such a way, because if he was really concerned, he could have said it in private or said it in a much nicer way, like Texas rap veteran Paul Wall said when he was stopped by TMZ. As someone who also struggled with their weight, he's looking out for the best interests of Dave, which is much better than the way that Snoop got his point across, since those comments made Dave feel away. During his Juice WRLD Day performance, he fired back at Uncle Snoop, saying he had no idea what it was like to fight for his life every single day, and even asking his fans live, did they mind if he sat on a couch while he was performing? And while this back and forth ended with both rappers laughing at each other on social media, it represents two sides of the coin when it comes to people addressing appearances in rap music and urban culture. On one hand, Snoop Dogg's initial comments to Dave seem to have come from a place of tough love rather than trying to embarrass him. On the flip side though, sometimes it baffles me how in this day and age, we are still actively commenting on people's appearances, especially after we've seen celebs looking a little bit different. Because while we look at men gain weight and say, damn, you need to care about your health, big dog, the first thing we think about when it comes to women is, congratulations, so when are you due? And with this most recent wave of female rap artists popping out and surprising us with bumps, which, listen, that's a whole nother conversation, I've been sensing this really strange judgmental vibe, but tell me if it's just me. From Flo Millie to Callie, if you actually are pregnant, there's a good chance the internet is telling you that this is terrible for your career. But when they aren't calling out the actual pregnant artist, they're side eyeing anyone who is looking a little thicker than usual because they took this title Big Mama maybe just a little bit too seriously when it comes to Lotto, with everyone pointing out that during her Sugar Honey Iced Tea tour and her appearance on the Jennifer Hudson show, that she surely must be hiding a pregnancy. And while we have no idea if it's true, imagine if she was just looking a little bloated or thicker than usual. As an artist who has spoken out in the past about body image issues, saying that the public really fueled her to get her body done, this kind of commentary feels so out of pocket and out of touch. It's cool to be thick, but wait, not too thick, but hold up. The last thing you better do is get real skinny mini on us, which is what we see happening with Ice Spice. And to be more specific, I feel like Ice is dealing with the exact same thing that Doja Cat did at one point in her career. And I know that you know what I'm talking about, okay? One minute we've got super duper thick Doja Cat making songs like Juicy, showing off them legs, hips, and body. And when we turned around for her Scarlet era, Shorty was very much so slim thick, and everyone has something to say about it, which made her actually hop on live and address that she was simply making better, healthier choices. This seems to be the case with Ice Spice as well, with people missing that early, munchy Ice Spice era when she was rapping about being thick and eating them oats. And the thinner she gets, the more that everyone calls out how she's just dwindling away, both body and career wise. But what do we know? Maybe she is gearing up for a new era. And not only that, but we have to realize that social media and society decides what's in and what's out when it comes to the body yaddy. And most of the time, celebrities fall into that. There's no doubt that the BBLs are still sure to be popping and get you a nice little Fashion Nova model bag, but it seems like we're moving into a completely new era of body positivity, no matter what you look like. But anyways, what do you think? Is there a double standard when it comes to weight amongst men versus women artists? Is it rude to comment on drastic body changes when it comes to celebrities, or should they be used to it? Like, they are public figures after all. They should have thick skin. To me, it's almost like we learned absolutely nothing from Chadwick Boseman, someone who was strolling on red carpets and doing interviews during the highest point in his career, right? Black Panther. And we had no idea that he was suffering from colon cancer. But this isn't Hollywood, it's rap and hip hop culture, right? So instead, we'll just drop a track like What Happened to Virgil when we witness someone in the community pass away so abruptly, whether we clown them or not. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments.